And welcome back, guys. Luke Horsby here. And today we are here in the Boston Red Sox franchise mode on MLB The Show 24. It's go time. It's draft time. We've had a lot of kind of ups and downs in this scouting period, and I am honestly worried that I'm not going to find a guy I like. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know, man. We have a couple guys that we can add to our draft board. Adam Jensen's someone who I really would be interested in the first round. He is definitely someone that I think maybe isn't the best pick, but I have a feeling he's going to be the one that's there. He is projected 23. We have on 8, which is always great if we can get a guy that we rank that high at 23. That's pretty cool. Jonathan Kohler. He's another guy we have pretty high up there. Good contact, really good speed. Yeah, second base, shortstop's not really necessarily something we need, but I mean, if worse comes to it, I am really excited to have that. 10 would be fine as well. See, my personal favorite, I believe, is Terrell Tate. We have him ranked 12th, not as high, but he's green all across the boards on the top with, supreme power. Especially against lefties, good vision. He is the guy that I want the most in the first round. Having a guy like Steve Ratto, I remember, we have him at, where did he go? Crap. No, I just have to go all the way back to it. That's fine. Steve Ratto, he's our number 15, but he's no rank. So he's going to be our Marmaleo. He's going to be our Estrella. So, yeah. I don't want to take him in the first round, not the second round. We don't have a second round pick. I would eye in the 4th round is where I would like to have him. Yoshida, another guy that we could put, I would love to have in the first round if he falls. He's projected in the 13 range, so I doubt it, but it could be cool. Stephen Chung, he is also an okay player to have. The only issue I have is he wants $4.4 million. And he only has 37% interest in us. So I don't think I would risk a guy like that. I'd probably go with a guy we value less, like Walter Morales. I really want to avoid starting pitching, like I've mentioned this whole season of scouting. Jackson Glass. I mean, he's a guy that's just pure power. Another maybe kind of like a Tristan Casas-alike. He has good arm strength, so he might be someone that could potentially move to right field. I think that might be a good fit if his arm's really that good. If his contact stays there, his vision goes up, of course it can develop. He's only 18 years old. 41 interest is not a great. Him opting out is not great. But he only wants $3.3 million. I think right here is probably my limit on who I want in the first round. Jackson Glass. Everyone else, Brian Lim. He's there. He's there. 97 mile an hour potential 4-seamer and cutter, which could be great. He has some good pitches on him. Could be decent overall. 21 years old. Only wants $2.4 million. Maybe we opt out for a guy like this anyways. Good walks per 9. Good pitch velocity. He's also solid. So, maybe not. Maybe we would have to settle if guys go. Same with Jesus Escobar. Some really high highs on his hits per 9 and walks per 9. His pitches, 97, 94, 92 on his 4-seamer, sinker, and slider. Within upwards to 90. So, even not bad. We have him at 30. Wouldn't be ideal, but he could maybe develop. Again, starter's okay. Junior Britton, I remember not liking him too much. Really don't want to waste a first-round pick on him, but he's there if he's there. And then when we're looking more in like these later picks, 96, we have, that's not too high for us. Who's some of our later rounds? Terrell Rogers. I do love Terrell Rogers. He would potentially be my 3rd-round pick that I would like. We have him at 86 on the rank board, 115 in the draft. I would definitely take him in the 3rd round. Upwards to 95, could be 83. He's going to be a project at 19 years old, but we have time to have projects. We could fit him in there with Rusty Hollander, and they could come up together and do just fine. George Mendoza, don't remember much about Mendoza. Maybe take him in the later rounds if we could. And I think a lot for these later rounds. Hoyt Roush. Forgot Hoyt Roush. He's going to be another. Very, very, very similar to Rusty Hollander. So these guys might be who we end up taking, going really young, really project heavy in this draft. We got a lot of guys in the last one that are just ready to come up now and could help. Oh, Ken Dickerson. Yeah, he ended up being 87. Could be a decent catching prospect. I have a feeling, though, he's going to be more towards the C's. But if that's who we have to take, that's who we have to take. We might just have to eye, some of the non-ranks who's high for us, and hope for the best, And let's kind of just go. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. We kind of got a big board projected out, but it might be another Marmaleo situation where we run out of guys and I just have to, search for it. So now I'm genuinely okay with the Buehler and Soto pickup because I don't have many guys I want. Jensen, Tate, Ratto later rounds. I want Ratto in a later round. Terrell Rogers in a later round. Hoyt Roush in a later round. And then hope for a Terrell Tate, a Yoshida. Jensen's fine. And then maybe a Kohler. Let's see who the Athletics take. Josh Adkin. Consensus number 3 overall pick in this draft. Somehow goes to Oakland at number 1. Orzoko. 5 and 6 could be pretty good as well. I'm just nervous, man. I'm just nervous. Bobby Newton. Number 4, 75 to 99. Starting pitcher. So we have 2 starting pitchers and a center fielder. Hate that a center fielder went. I would love. I just don't want to wait. This is so much to wait, man. Another center fielder off the board. Not good. Interesting pick. 78. They must like something that I did not. Ooh, I don't even want to look at that. Marcos Melendez, another outfielder, of course, the number 2 consensus pick. Not looking good for Yoshida and Terrell Tate. God, I want one of these guys. I mean, at the very least, Jackson Glass, right? He is the last. I think could be quality, but still, even then, I think he's in the B. So I don't think he's a potential guy. And honestly, what might happen is if all our guys go off the board. There's the consensus number 1, I believe. I think it was Staditos. Yeah. He goes to 8 with the Mets. If Jackson Glass, I really don't want to get Chung, I don't think. It's just too much money. Terrell Tate, Kohler, Yoshida, Jackson Glass. There's Steven Chung anyway, so that's good. But if those guys are gone, we could look at Brian Lim. Or maybe we find a guy that we didn't scout. And let's say a Jacob Coley falls. Maybe we take a risk on Coley. Yeah, we have no clue how he plays. We have Molina and Weston, first baseman. Interesting pick. There goes Walter Morales, another guy I was eyeing. I just really don't want a starting pitcher this go around. So I think I might take the risk, especially when we got a guy like Ratto. Gary Haney, I remember seeing him. Especially with just how good our starting pitching is. We have a couple picks down the board. I have a feeling Terrell Tate's not going to last longer, but we still have Yoshida as well. So if Tate doesn't make it, maybe Yoshida does. There goes Stuart Porter. Let's see what happens here. This is a big pick. Big pick. We're getting closer. Ugh. Okay, we got Yoshida. We got Jackson Glass. 2 guys, 4 picks. You just got to hope none of them. Well, there goes Jackson Glass right then and there. And there's no chance Yoshida falls. There's no chance the Rangers don't take Yoshida. Oh, there goes Adam Jensen. 2 players. God, Jackson Glass gone. I think Yoshida would be better than Glass anyways, but please. Okay, 1 pick. 1 pick. We get Yoshida. Come on, Angels. Don't do me dirty. I'm going to fuck you guys up if they take Yoshida, man. John Kohler gets picked. I did like Kohler as well, and actually that might have been I might have realized halfway through. I was so focused on. Well, now I kind of want. So no matter what, we were good. We were either getting Yoshida or Kohler. Of course, Yoshida, we have potential of 90 to 95 at 20. He's a little bit older at 22 years old, but he's ready now, and that could potentially be what we need. Even if you're 24 and you're coming up just 2 years of development, I mean, you're still great. And this is what's going to be needed to build something great. I would like a young guy to go along with it, but we're probably going to take one of these later rounds to kind of go with Rusty Hollander for that kind of phase of players. Maybe a Roman Anthony might last a little bit longer as well. You know, maybe like a Jonathan Kohler would have been maybe a better pick. Could have been a 75 and could have been ready at 18 years old. But his lack of power is concerning. I think Jackson Glass overall would have been my favorite. No, Terrell Tate was definitely my favorite pick. But Yoshida is definitely another one. We get another Yoshida and Hideki Yoshida. Welcome to the Boston Red Sox. There he is. He was 17th on our board. He's a 90 to 95. Was ranked 13th. He opted out of the doctor exam, so God praise. Again, he wants $3.9 million, which is quite high. So we'll have to stay pretty cheap. You can kind of expect like 4.5 towards Yoshida if necessary. I don't remember what his... I feel like he was pretty interested in us. 58, so he can already be scouted right away. And we have about 5 point something million. Let's just keep going through this, see if anything happens here. See, that's what's so hard about scouting. A lot of times you kind of just go with who you think, and you'll miss guys like Peter Cobb who could be scouted and be like the real shit. So I like scouting. I think there's a lot of potential for it. I think I'm just gonna finish out this first round and maybe the compensation. Go through the competitive balance rounds, the first round, and then just sim to my pick. I mean, that's kind of ballsy. There goes Brian Lim off at 29. I think that's probably a solid place to get him. He was ranked 29 for us, so yeah, can't be upset with that. We have a lot to go, so that's kind of here. If you want to take a pause, see these guys. I don't know if you guys have been like watching what I've been doing with it, but we're gonna hope that 40. We have pick 96, so we got a shit ton of picks left. I want Terrell Rogers. Hopefully Steven Ratto will fall to 4. I mean any of these guys at 3 would be nice. I think 150. So we're looking at him, Hoyt in the 5th round, and maybe Ken Dickerson in the 6th round. Probably not, but 3 for Rogers, 4 for Ratto, and 5 for Roush, and then 6 we'll go guns blazing. So let's fingers crossed. Sim to the next pick. And it's looking like we got a minute left. Holy cow. Ramon Rodriguez, 67 to 85. Let's see in terms of our scouted. Ramon Rodriguez we have ranked at 67. So this would be a great pickup for us as well. Who's higher than Terrell Rogers on the rank. But Terrell Rogers, Ramon Rodriguez, solid stuff. Solid stuff. Terrell Rogers, 95 potential, though. He's definitely, like, I don't know where he's good at, but he's good. You know, he could... Yeah, if you're looking at just the potentials overall, he's 18. He could be worse potential. We have him scouted at 67. He wants more money. We have $5.6 million. He's at 4, so we have $1.68 million. That's about half what's left. I'm going to go Ramon Rodriguez. Let's do it. That's kind of a ballsy thing. I know I was like for sure on Terrell Rogers, but Ramon Rodriguez is just also looking solid, and that rush was kind of scaring me. So we got another pick. Hopefully we can get to Ratto. That is best case scenario, and we do. It looks like when did Rogers go? 116 to the Blue Jays. That is more than fine. We're gonna go ahead and take Steven Ratto. He could probably fall. But I don't want to risk it anymore, and there's no value for me anywhere else. We'll have to take a look at Terrell Rogers' Blue Jays, see where he went. I love the pick, but I think with Rodriguez, with Rodriguez being younger even, and has higher potential, and even what it is right now, he's just solid. He won't be in the 80s. We had him scouted at 85%. So maybe. Ramon Rodriguez could be something good. We are going to definitely get Steven Ratto with this pick. Had him high. I have a feeling he's going to be very similar to Marmoleo. I love it. I love guys like this. Steven Ratto. Beautiful stuff. Steven Ratto. Where is he out from? The Netherlands. That's right. So, good fastball. Yeah, Yeah, a lot of good pitches on there. Just another young pitcher to throw in the mix for us. And the last guy we're really looking at is a Hoyt Roush. Now, Hoyt Roush is going to be looking at 150, hopefully, so in that next round. And then we're going to take a ballsy pick. So, fingers crossed, maybe we can get Dickerson in the later round. That could be nice. But I have a feeling he's not quite high. But I am a big believer on Hoyt Roush. Could be another guy with Hollander here. So, fingers crossed. No. Hoyt Roush went a couple picks before. And the relievers went. So, Ken Dickerson's going to be the only pick at this point. I don't love it. But it's the only thing we have. Ken Dickerson. He doesn't want a lot of money either, I don't think. So, not too bad. 86, Zach Gonzalez, another catcher. Willie DeVR. Something there. 99. We haven't ranked it. Oh, nothing's crazy. Nothing crazy there. I guess we go with a AJ Fire. Is there any relievers? I would love Todd Bowden. Not very good. Well, no, we won't take the risk on that. So let's just take Zach Gonzalez. We don't really need, especially after taking Dickerson. Willie DeVR, good fielder, or an AJ Fire. We will go VR. I don't love it. Oh. But it is what it is. Willie DeVR. Again, I kind of knew this was going to be not as good of a draft. I mean, you heard it from the episode's build up. It just wasn't it. So, I mean, it's hard to tell until we can really take a look at him. I want to say in August, if I remember correctly, after the signing period. But not the best draft. I think Yoshida was good. I think I might have preferred Tate. We'll see. We'll come back to that when we look at how their potentials turned out. But I'm definitely not as confident in this one as I was last time. But that's okay. We have a couple things to figure out first. But, I would say that this looks pretty good. Juan Soto's the second most vote getters behind Aaron Judge. And Devers finally leads. He's going to be an all-star. And, of course, Brian Bayo. I mean, I cannot fathom Brian Bayo ever starting an all-star game in real life. Now, I love it. I love it. And if I would have known this going into the first episode, I probably would have shit my pants, right? So, really exciting stuff. And, I'm just looking at that, I was curious. I was like, what's the home run? How's the home runs going, right? And Aaron Judge has 40. So he's on pace for another potentially 62, potentially more season. And he's hitting 353, 439, and he has a slugging. He has a slugging percentage of 7 motherfucking 90. So that might be MVP. I don't think we can get him there. But Juan Soto is 6, Devers is 4. Really some great players for us here, and it's showing. RBIs, Juan Soto's 5, Devers 6. So I mean, those are 3 and 4 hitters are really producing, and I think it's only going to get better if we get a guy hitting that 2-hole. That's going to be a little bit better. I mean, if we can move Kelenic down, hitting 8th, 7th, 8th, that's huge. And hopefully Connor Wong keeps playing the way he does. Love to see it, but I'm just struggling to say, who are we going to play as? And I think it's only fair. I don't think Devers has got enough love for, in real life, probably being the face of the Red Sox. So let's jump in. He should have been an all-star last year. He was kind of screwed. But he also was in the home run derby, which is also awesome, which had me thinking that as well. How many does he have? So kind of awesome that he did it. Let's advance to the day here. Well, can we check the box score at least? No, can't even check the Can't even check the box score, but the NL beat the AL. And we get a trade offer. What do we got? James Beard for Rusty Hollander. I'm just not interested. I like to keep our young guys here. The good news is that we can sign our draft picks here now. Yoshida, $3.9 million. Let's see if we can offer him $3.9 million. 3.78. There we go. Hideki Yoshida, $3.78 million, has signed with the Boston Red Sox. If he holds up to that potential, that's going to be huge. Ramon Rodriguez, our second overall pick. You know, our second overall, our third round pick. You know, really going back and forth between him and can't even remember his name, with the Blue Jays. So I mean, I'm happy I got him then. I can't even remember. So I think we can get Rodriguez for pretty cheap. Hopefully we can pull him for $6.98, and we do. And we have Ken Dickerson and Willie VR here. We're gonna have Ken Dickerson go at number 1. I want to get Ratto for sure. We have, he wants $4.19. He wants $3.11, $4.17. So got to save about $8.50. Ooh. Can we do 7? Can we do this? We can. So we get Ratto, which is huge. I think he might be the best pick of our draft. If not him, then it's Yoshida. So that's pretty good. So he's got to bump up these guys a little bit more. And hopefully that'll get their interest going. We'll wait until the deadline here. Get that to Manuel. Pick up Yoshida. We're doing pretty good. I hope they did well. No matter what, Devers, Bayo, Juan Soto as our all-stars, that's pretty huge. So did anyone else? Did Walker Buehler end up making it? He did not. Brian Bayo, of course, made it. I don't think Casas would have made it. Let's just do it like that. Whoops, 1 second. Tristan Casas didn't make it. Kelenic wouldn't have made it. Who else would be potentially making it? Oh, Tanner Houck? Tanner Houck did not. So he's fallen out. He went from top in the Cy Young to just not even in the conversation. Kyle Teal wouldn't be on here. Tristan Casas, we already said, didn't. Devon Grissom, he did not either, which is crazy for him hitting 330. But that's okay. Devers, Soto, Bayo, 3 starters, and we still have the best record in the American League and tied for second in baseball. So now it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, the trade deadline's coming up. We're going to play Miami. We'll see how our Rays does. But would we rather get a guy like Naylor? He is going to be, he's hitting third for him. And he'd be our number 2 hitter. And I just, 371 on base percentage. Not as good for him, 321. But yeah. God, it would be so pretty. Like, how do we lose? Right? Miami. Rays is also hitting third. 320. I mean, he has 12 homers. How is he pulling off 12 homers? .380 on base, a 501 slugging. How he's managing a 501 slugging blows my mind. So, we'll have to wait. We will have to wait a little bit. I say that, but I've been looking at this lineup, and I really feel like our problem can't be Duran. I mean, I was really looking at his numbers, and he is impressed. This is what I wanted from him last year, and if it was the case, I might have built around him a little bit better. And he's pulling up a 1.8 WAR. You know, and he's still got 5 errors, but I mean that's fine. Whatever. That's kind of surprising. Not really. 66 fielding. But Yeah, I think Duran's fine. You're looking at a guy like Trevor Story who's just not producing, and maybe we just have to eat his contract and release him. That might be how we handle it come next year, because he's just sucks that he's only 32, which considerably really isn't bad, and he had such a good year for us last year. You know, probably one of our best players. So this just might be it for him. And so with Story being the issue, Luis Arraez is really appealing to put him there. He's probably more of an appealing second hitter. I mean, maybe you might even hit him lead off with. It depends. They're probably producing the same amount of power popping the bat, but I think Naylor's probably a better hitter. And man, and they're going to pitch to him, right? Because Soto's going to be behind him. So it's like, or maybe you could even move Soto to 2 and Naylor to 3. Either way, I mean, you can't go wrong. And with the year Grisham's having, yeah, he's, I just talked myself into a rise, but then Naylor he would complete this lineup. Like, I feel like Arraez, Soto, Devers is scarier, or Naylor, Soto, Devers is so much scarier than Arraez, Soto, Devers. And even Casas and Yoshida. Yeah, it's just going to be a scary lineup. It's going to be a scary, scary lineup. So I'm really, really going back and forth. And I really can't wait to see what people say. Hope to have some back and forth conversation on it, because it's interesting. Would he sign this? He would. Okay. So we picked up Dickerson, who I don't think is going to be too incredible. A couple days until the trade deadline. So let's keep going. Let's keep pushing through here. Oof. Just got swept by Miami. That's not great. We have Giolito starting against Baltimore. 3-game series against Baltimore. We still have a 7-game lead above them, but in their past 10, they've won their past 10. Maybe plus. So they are on a hot streak. They are on an absolute tear. And to make up for it, I think we're going to go in and we're going to play as Devers. We're going to make up for missing him in the All-Star game. And we're going to try and beat Baltimore and ruin their streak. We're up 1-0. Long ball threat. 949 OPS. He has turned it around. I know there's some points where I wasn't happy. Now, Camden Yards. I know I talk about this every time I get in game. This is my favorite ballpark. For sure. Right down the line. Can we get him home? And Kelenic scores. Devers RBI single. Get out of here, Jackson. Yeah, baby. All-star. Rafael Devers. Beautiful. Saw that perfect. It's been a while since I've played the game too itself, and I'm already a little bit iffy. But no, love Camden Yards. Oh shit. Okay, we have double play ball. Let's make it happen. This is always so intimidating. Right to him. Double play. That a boy, Devers? That a boy? Hopefully he doesn't say that way. Camden Yards, though, love it. One of my favorite spots to sit is over by the right field foul pole. It's beautiful. Oh, man. Giolito just blew this game up. But let's see if we can do anything about that. Nope. Okay. Looks like I learned a little bit of patience in my time off. And did it help? Oh, let's go! Let's go, man. Devers. The way the announcer's going, that was number 30. That's a beautiful thing. Tie ball game. That's what we love to see, baby. Yes! Devers 2 for 2. No joke, man. 30 on the year. Let's see it again. What a beautiful camp. That's such a beautiful thing. 404 feet, dead center. Not dead center, but pretty much. 2 RBI home run for Soto. It's a 5-4 game now. Devers getting booed, but that's okay. Oof. Yeah, didn't think so. Didn't quite get the placement of the bat on that one, but that's okay. We're now down 8-5. Jesus Christ, our pitching is a joke. Good played that. Beautiful. It's fun. It could be fun. Another at bat. Give me some people on base. Rafael Devers, baby. Let's make it happen. Let's try and put some energy to start the inning. Ooh. A little early on that one. Oh, don't make... Yeah, well... Don't like that one. 22,000 people here. Camden Yards. Yeah, if you guys haven't been here, God, you need to make the time to. It's the best place to watch a baseball game. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, it is. Pittsburgh's close, but that was fast. That was fast. Was not expecting that at all. Ah. Early on the circle change. That 97 really got me confused. Since L, RBI single. What a jerk. Come on, Nick. Well, Devers 2 for 4th home run and 2 RBIs, but Soto also with a homer and 2 RBIs. And then Kelenic had a double and an RBI, but we couldn't quite pull it out. We have a moment. I'm going to trust Thalbar here. 2 outs. And we take the win. Perfect. 4-2 win. We snap their streak. We help bolster our lead here. Game 3. Nice. And now 4-1. Connor Wong with a triple. Vaughn Grissom with 2 home runs, 3 of the RBIs, and of course I'm guessing Wong had a triple. That's fantastic. Let's see if we are able to sign VR now. It's not the end of the world. If we can't pick him up, it's not the end of the world. Declined 74 interest. We have 2 more periods here. We'll just have him go to the final day. But I think this is the trade deadline. Also, Brian Bayo got a win. That's something how did I not pick that up? Grissom had another RBI there as well. Bayo, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts. That's always nice when he's able to help that out a bit. Only 1 earned run. But how's our lineup doing? 16 homers for Grissom at this point. Kelenic, yeah, I would love a 2 replacement here. Very similar numbers for Soto and Devers. Just a beautiful 3 and 4 to have. Costas doing okay. Yoshida's fine. Put him at the bottom of the lineup. Wong. And then Dern's down to 260. Still just a solid lineup with a solid rotation. Andrew Moore. I mean, the game's tied. Let's hope we pull through. Garrett Whitlock is out 1 to 2 months. Ooh. But we win. So that's pretty good. Drew Hackenberg's just going to come up. I'm okay with him filling the hole in. It's kind of what he's here for. And then let's see what we can pull up in terms of AAA. Marmoleo, I'd like to have him another year. I just want him to fully develop down here before we test anything. Estrella, same with him, even though he's looking like he might be able to really come up. Wickham and Gonzalez, with him being probably the piece we trade, kind of concerned. Brian Maeda, he's up to 226, or he's down to 226 at AAA, so he's been doing really well. I know we started him off in the major leagues. We'll have him take back over in the bullpen. Just fine with that. Tanner Houck, hopefully he gets the win. He's been doing great. Today's the last day to sign draft picks. We win 12-0. I mean, when we're able to pull off like that, it's like, do we really need to trade anybody at all? 2 for 5 for York. I mean, York could always come in as well. Yoshida 0 for 5. 3 for 4 for Soto. Soto with 2 homers. Devers 2 RBIs. Soto 2 solo homers. Valdez 4 RBIs. Yeah, if you have a guy on the bench that can do that, come and do that. That's just incredible. Tanner Houck pitches 8 innings, brings his ERA back down to 2.68. So, Game 3, today is the trade deadline. We have swept the New York Mets. That's beautiful. 5-0. We only let him score 2 runs in 3 games. Yoshida had 2 hits. The RBIs go to Soto and Devers and Kelenic. Soto with another home run. What is he up to now with that? What the hell? 31-85? Yeah, just a casual 31-85. Hitting 289. Has an OPS of 966. Devers is up to a 944. Tristan Casas hasn't done much in terms of home runs, but he does have an on-base percentage of 371 nonetheless. 818 is fantastic for him. So it's trade deadline, and, we're just going to have to wait till the next episode to see what we do. Of course, the lineup is looking fantastic. You got a couple holes here. We've talked about this episode how Duran might be ready to stay. This might be, his moment. And we've seen that Trevor Story is really not playing to his best and is a, hindrance to this lineup. We got Nick York, who's been playing great, who could probably fill that hole. And, of course, we have Valdez, who's been incredible off the bench. We've seen a couple moments from him, too, this episode. So, really, anything could happen. We did put a poll up while I was gone on vacation, and, not much help. Not much help. We got a little bit of conflicting things. So, maybe we could keep the lineup the same. And, of course, we could also look at some bullpen guys, too. I don't know if that's something I want to look at. Drew Ackenberg moved to the starting rotation, but he'll come back out come playoff time. So, it's really, really hard to tell. So, we'll look into that next episode. It'll be the first thing we do. But thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the pause on this episode as well. The little break that went in between it. But if you guys followed me on my Twitter, which is now everywhere, down below in my bio, all that stuff, you could have seen some of the stuff that happened on my trip and some of the struggles I went through watching these damn Reds. But nonetheless, we'll get into that later. I really appreciate you guys watching, giving me some patience here, and I'm excited to just keep playing this game, keep building these Red Sox up, and, it's looking like we could make it to the World Series. Maybe. So, awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Later.